Welcome all of you. Welcome to this Q&A session of basic training. मैं प्रशांत पांडे आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं और मैं आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस को लेने का प्रयास करूंगा जो भी आपने पूछा है बेसिक ट्रेनिंग के अकॉर्डिंग। क्वेश्चन जिस भाषा में होगा, अगर इंग्लिश में होगा तो आई विल रिस्पॉन्ड इन इंग्लिश। इफ द क्वेश्चन अगर क्वेश्चन हिंदी में होगा तो मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगा, एंड इफ द क्वेश्चन इज इन इंग्लिश then I will reply in English. Okay? और if आज भी कोई question आपका है, if today you have any question, then that also can be mentioned in the chat. So one by one I will take your questions. Nimesh Patel from Ahmedabad. What is the impact of number of units, NAV and tax for dividend reinvestment scheme? So Nimesh, in case of dividend reinvestment scheme, then what happens is that whenever the mutual fund scheme declares a dividend, the same amount is invested in new units. So as such, the impact would be that the number of units will increase, but the NAV will decrease, so that the net result is the same. So number of units will increase and the NAV will decrease. So what is the value of the fund is simply NAV into number of units, which will remain the same in case of dividend reinvestment scheme. Only the number of units will increase. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. For 10,000, like this is one more question coming from Malay Kumar Mandal from Kolkata, Salt Lake. For 10,000 SIP, what will be the best funds? Now, Malay, best funds means that if the duration is short, then the fund would be different, and if the duration is long, the fund would be different. In case your investment horizon is more than 10-12 years, then you can go for pure equity funds. Pure equity funds like mid cap funds, multi cap funds, flexi cap funds. Okay, so I will recommend that you can have in the long term you can have two types of funds, like one multi cap and one mid cap fund you can choose. That would be good for the long term. In case you have certain investments for the short term, then I would suggest that you go for conservative hybrid funds, which are a combination of equity and debt. Equity would be only around 20% or so, 80% would be debt. So the risk would be much, much lower. If you have a horizon of say 0 to 3 years, you can go for conservative hybrid. In case you do not want to take any amount of risk, then you can go for debt funds. Now, in case if there is an HNI person who wants to save on tax, so and has a short-term investment horizon, then that person can opt for pure arbitrage funds. So arbitrage funds, the taxation will be according to equity, but the risk would be very, very low, because arbitrage funds as such will operate in two markets. One is the equity market, so the fund manager might purchase the stocks from the equity market and then sell it correspondingly in the future and options market. So in the case that if equity markets fall, he will gain from the future market, and this is known as what you call as hedge position. So arbitrage funds are not very risky just because they create hedge positions, and you can expect a return of around 6 to 7% in arbitrage funds. This is basically for those who want to save tax, like who do not want to pay much amount of tax, especially those people who are in the 30% tax bracket, the HNIs. So for them, the SIP for the short term could be in arbitrage funds. In the long term, what I have told is, if you have a horizon of 10 to 12 years or more, pure equity funds would be good. If in case you have a medium term horizon like 5 to 8 years, then what I recommend is a multi-asset allocation fund. So multi-asset allocation fund has a component of gold and silver also, so that it is very, very properly diversified, and because of this diversification, the risk is also minimized. So you can have a 3 bucket strategy. In case you have 10,000 rupees SIP, then you can put 2,000 into conservative hybrid or arbitrage, 3,000 into multi-asset allocation, and then 5,000 you can divide in two funds. One can be multi-cap or flexi-cap. So NJ also has a flexi-cap fund, which is very well managed. It's basically a fund which is managed in a passive way. It is more about multi-factor allocations are taken into consideration. So NG Flexi Cap can also be considered, and one mid-cap fund can be taken. So that could be the portfolio for a 10,000 SIP. So what I would recommend is 4 funds: one 2,000 rupees SIP, one 3,000 rupees SIP in a multi-asset, and the remaining 5,000 can go in equity-oriented funds. If he has a totally long-term horizon, then the entire 10,000 SIP can go in equity-oriented funds. Preeti Shailesh Pandit from Mumbai Borivali is asking, still is not mapped to me. Preeti, what you can do is you can contact the branch manager. Branch manager of Mumbai Borivali branch is Purvi Madam. You can contact her and definitely she will help you. Modi Vatsal from Jamnagar is asking how to start SIP for existing clients. So you need to meet those clients and understand their requirements. You have to understand their needs. You can do a NJPRU for this. Okay, so there is an application called NJPRU, which is PRU means Portfolio Review Utility. So from the partner desk itself, you can use this utility for doing the NJPRU for your existing clients. This will give you a exact picture of how the client is actually investing in currently, and then whatever corrections that you think, you can discuss with your UMs or BMs, and then you can suggest a new SIP or change in SIP as per the situation. Mohammad Ibrahim from Mumbai and Andheri is asking, if a client asks how much returns I can get in the short term, how to tackle that situation. Now, it depends on the kind of fund. So short term, I would recommend that there are 3 options that you can go for the short term. As I told you earlier also, that it could be either debt oriented fund. So short term, I would assume that 0 to 3 years. Now within that 0 to 3 years, if someone wants to invest only for less than 1 year, then liquid funds are the best option. If it is less than 1 year, then liquid funds. If it is more than 1 year, then you can go for debt oriented funds. If it is 2 or 3 years, then you can go for debt conservative hybrid funds, as I told. And in case the client is in the high tax bracket, and then you can go for pure arbitrage funds. So these are 3 options that you have. Why I told that for HNIs arbitrage is better, because in case of debt funds and conservative hybrid, the entire gains would be added in his income. So you will have to pay 30% tax on that. So in order to save that, one can go for arbitrage, which is taxed as equity. So maximum taxation would be 12.5%. So 3 options for the short term. And what returns can be expected? The returns could be in the region of 6 to 8%, slightly better than FD, slightly better than bank FD. One more option is there. If he wants to seek a lot of more secure funds, then you can go for gilt funds. So gilt funds are those funds which invest in government securities and are much less risky as compared to any other fund. Okay, I'm just looking at the questions. K. Umabai from Bellary is asking, Sir, can we get yesterday's session recording or link? You can get the entire recordings in the digital gallery section of the partner desk. So all of you, please go to the digital gallery session, gallery section, and all the sessions, including the basic training and the advanced training, are available. You can just go and search there. Maybe if I get time, then at the end I will show you how to do it. So all the session recording is available there. Digital gallery in the partner desk. If you have missed any session, you can go and check it out. Okay, Nimesh Krishnachand Patel from Ahmedabad is asking how SWP can be never ending in money as unit is going to decrease every month. Okay, so how this happens, Nimesh, is actually that whenever we have a corpus and the person is getting retired, then he can start a systematic withdrawal plan that we call as SWP. The thumb rule in this case is that that person withdraws only 6% from his corpus. Okay, and the entire investment is then invested in moderately risky funds like multi-asset allocation and balance advantage funds. So these are having a lower component of equity, and as such, some equity component is there, so that there is some growth also. So we can expect in a long term, we can expect a return of around 10 to 12% from these funds. And since it's withdrawing only 6%, then this fund is actually going to increase. For example, if somebody is having 1 crore in the corpus and he or she starts the SWP, 6% of 1 crore would be 6 lakhs per annum, which is equal to 50,000 rupees per month. Now, if that particular investment is put in balance advantage fund and a combination of balance advantage and multi-asset allocation, and from these two, he is doing the SWP. Then if he's withdrawing 6,000 6% every year, 6 lakhs every year, then the deduction would be in terms of number of units for this 6 lakh rupees, but the NAV would increase by say 10%. So if you calculate in this that 1 crore will become 1 crore 10 lakhs after 1 year, and then he withdraws 6 lakhs, then the end value would be 1 crore 4 lakhs. Then next year he can withdraw 6% of 1 crore 4 lakhs, and so on. So that will take care of inflation also, and this corpus will never end because whatever he's earning in terms of return is higher than what he is withdrawing. So this corpus will never end. In fact, it will keep on increasing, and as it increases every year, if he withdraws 6% from it, it will take care of inflation as well. So I hope, Nimesh, you have understood how the SWP actually functions. Gangadhar wants to access day one training video. The same thing, Gangadhar, you're from Bangalore, that you can go to digital gallery and you can watch any of the recorded training sessions. Mohammad Ibrahim from Mumbai Andheri. सर, अगर किसी क्लाइंट को एथिकल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट करना है और वो पूछे कि एथिकल फंड्स लॉन्ग टर्म में कैसा परफॉर्म करते हैं, लाइक अगर एक नॉर्मल म्यूचुअल फंड के कंपैरिजन में एथिकल फंड्स परफॉर्मेंस कैसा रहता है ना? तो एथिकल फंड्स, जैसे मैं इन जानकारी के लिए आपके बता दूं कि एथिकल फंड्स स्पेशली ये जो शरिया कंप्लायंट होते हैं, तो जो मुस्लिम इन्वेस्टर्स हैं उनके लिए ये शरिया के अकॉर्डिंग डिज़ाइन किया जाता है, उनके रिलीजन में जो चीज़ें होती हैं इसके हिसाब से। तो अभी टाटा का एथिकल फंड आता है, टॉरस का आता है और क्वांट का भी आता है। तो इनका परफॉर्मेंस ठीक ठाक है, मतलब आप क्या बोल सकते हैं, आप 10 से 12% ऑन अ सेफर साइड यू कैन से, है ना, 10 to 12% का रिटर्न आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इन फंड से। और आपका एक और क्वेश्चन है इब्राहिम, टाटा एथिकल फंड और टॉरस एथिकल फंड के अलावा और कौन से एथिकल फंड है? तो जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि क्वांट का एथिकल फंड भी आता है, बट एज पर द से परफॉर्मेंस एंड सारी चीज़ों को देखते हुए टाटा एथिकल फंड आई वुड रिकमेंड, दैट इज द बेटर अमॉन्ग्स्ट दीज थ्री फंड्स, है ना। इन तीनों में अगर एक चुनना है तो मेरा रिकमेंडेशन टाटा एथिकल फंड की तरफ रहेगा। Konda Venkata Shri Hari Krishna, you want the session in Telugu, so that is not possible. I can speak only English or Hindi. So if you have any doubts, you can contact the local office and you can talk to the branch manager there. He might be able to respond to you in Telugu. Debos Smita Ganguly from Durgapur. My SIP Nippon fixed fund is currently 10,000. This fund is good. So it all depends, Deposmita, that what is your time horizon. Only then we can say whether it is good or not. It seems that you are invested for the short term. So for the short term, yes, you can continue with this fund. That is fine. But in case if you have some longer time duration also, if you want to invest, then you can invest some part of this amount in a longer term horizon into pure equity funds, or you can go in for multi-asset allocation funds. So multi-asset allocation is the fund which will have at least 3 asset classes. So normally it would be equity, debt and gold, and many are now also investing in silver. So you can go for a multi-asset allocation fund for a more diversified portfolio. Nimesh, you are asking, does it mean NAV will go to infinite through units will be almost zero? No, never the units will be zero, because if the NAV is increasing, the number of units that you will withdraw every time will decrease. So units will never be zero. In fact, if the NAV is rising, and if the units are decreasing, so the proportion of rising would be more. So NAV increase would be much higher as compared to the units that you are withdrawing. So it will never be zero, and this will be infinite. Yes, it is possible if the expectation is met, है ना? So there is no guarantee of this, but the simple logic that the returns are 10% and I am withdrawing 6%. So with this logic, it will never be decreasing. It will always be increasing. Yes, it can decrease in the short term. If you have taken much amount of risk and the market is falling, it can definitely happen that the short term it can decrease. But in the longer term horizon, because if that person is retired at the age of 60 and expected that he will remain alive for next 20-25 years, then in that time horizon, it should be giving much higher returns as compared to the withdrawal of 6%. So that way he can continue with this discipline if he can do that. And he will have to invest not in pure equity funds but balance advantage funds, as I told you. So balance advantage fund means that it will have three components. One is equity around 50%, debt would be around 35%, and there is one more component, that arbitrage I told. So hedge positions would be created so that to manage the risk. So this is how a balance advantage fund operates. And then there is a multi-asset allocation fund which can be considered for half of that amount. Entire corpus can be put in balance advantage portfolio. We have NJ recommended portfolio of balance advantage funds. You can go there and check it out, and you can recommend that also. And then we have a multi-asset allocation funds. Then again, we have a portfolio for that also. You can go and check it out. So this way, if you invest or the client invests as per your recommendation, then this fund will never be over, because NAV will rise very steeply. Like for example, I'll just give you the example. You all of you know that the starting price of face value is always rupees 10 for a equity fund. Any fund it is 10 rupees. But if you just consider some of the examples, like for example, Nippon Mid Cap Fund, Nippon Growth Fund, which is presently having an NAV of more than 4,000. So you can imagine 10 rupees NAV has grown to more than 4,000. That is more than 400 times. So this is the kind of growth which we see in the long term. So it will never be, that corpus will never be over if we have the disciplined approach. Anup Kumar Day, sir, if somebody has no internet banking, how that person can invest? So all the options are available. He can produce a check also. He can produce a demand draft also. So all the investment options will be available. Please contact your branch managers or unit managers. They will help you in this. Yeah. Naveen Jingar from Bhilwara is asking, what is the difference between NJ eWealth account and NJ eWealth MF account? Okay, very good question, Naveen. So NJ eWealth account is primarily a demat account. Okay. So in the NJ eWealth account, you can also buy ETFs, you can also buy stocks, or you can also apply for IPOs, initial public offers. Whereas NJ eWealth MF account is only for mutual fund investment, and it will not have the demat account. So in case if you are interested only in mutual funds, then you can go for MF account. And if someone is there who wants to invest in ETFs, ETF means exchange traded funds, so or stocks or IPOs, then that person should go in for eWealth account. So in case he is not interested, so NJ MF account will be better, because then in that case the demat account annual charges will not be debited. So I hope this is clear, Naveen. Let me also check some other questions. Manoj Gupta from Noida, not received welcome kit yet, more than 1 month of joining. So this may be common questions. कुछ और लोग भी पूछ रहे हैं सेम क्वेश्चन. तो इसके लिए आप अपने ब्रांच से कांटेक्ट करिए, अपने ब्रांच मैनेजर से कांटेक्ट करिए. प्लीज कांटेक्ट योर ब्रांच मैनेजर. He will definitely help you in this. Mrityunjay Samal from Surat. If we purchase today a liquid fund, how many days it will take to reflect in account? It will reflect in the account on very next day. Next working day, it will reflect in your account if it is a liquid fund. Harshika Prasad from Mumbai is asking how to face rejections. Okay. So this is a very, very pertinent question because whenever we are into any kind of sales, this is also sales because you are going to sell mutual fund schemes to your clients or your prospects. Then you cannot expect 100% cracking rate. So there will be rejections. Rejections are a part of the sales process. We should not take it personally. He is not rejecting you, he is rejecting the product. So don't take it personally and always be prepared for uh, rejections. है ना? So rejection means what? If he's saying no, no means what? No means no. No means next opportunity. So we have to meet. This is our job that we continuously meet new people and also meet our existing customer. This is our job. So rejections are a part of the process. Don't be worried about it. You have to do your best. The definitely the final say would be of the client. Don't worry about that. है ना? हम लोग जो कहते हैं ना वो एक कि कर्म करो फल की चिंता मत करो. तो कर्म हमें करना है, फल अपने आप आएगा अच्छे से काम करेंगे. तो कैसे काम करना है? प्रोडक्ट को सेल नहीं करना है. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ योर क्लाइंट्स and then you have to match what kind of products will be suitable for his requirements, for his financial goals, and then we have to pitch it according to that. So don't sell products, but understand the requirements, make it more consultative with your client. The client will he himself or herself purchase the product, and you don't have to push it. Patil Roshan Pannalal is asking partner desk features. So already the partner desk is included in the training program. Please go through the training program. The most important features of the partner desk are mentioned there. Once you attend it, you will understand. Sri Venkat Krishnan, can we sell MF funds to existing NJ customers? Yes, definitely you can sell. There is something called upselling and there is something called cross-selling. Upselling means you are selling the same product at a higher quantity to that person. That is upselling. So you are selling more mutual funds to him. And if you are selling a different product like insurance or loans, then it is called cross-selling. So you will always have to explore the opportunities in both upselling and cross-selling. For this only we do NJPRU, which is NJ Portfolio Review Utility. This is your main job that you have to do every year. And this will, if you are not doing this, then this opportunity will not come to you with your existing customers. And then customers could be dissatisfied. This is the main service that you have to provide, that you have to review their portfolio. And if there is any change required, then you have to explain to the client and put in some new mutual fund schemes or any other product that you think is important that can be recommended. Uday Kumar is asking SIP and inflation adjusted returns, how to explain clients. So very good question. So returns are of two types. Returns are of two types, nominal return and real return. So whatever the returns that are showing as a CAGR, compounded annual growth rate, that is basically a nominal return. Now, once you adjust the inflation rate into that return, that is known as what you call as real return. So if you look at the historical data, we can have from 1979 to 2026 January. That is approximately, you can say 46, 47 years. Why I am saying 1979? Because 1979 was the year when Sensex started. So Sensex is basically what? Sensitivity index of the Bombay Stock Exchange. which started in the year 1979 at 100 points, and today it is around 80,000, between 80,000 and 85,000. So you can say that Sensex has given a return of how much in last 46 years? 800 times. So if you just check it out with the CAGR returns, compounded annual growth rate returns, then it would be somewhere around 15.5%. So Sensex over the years has given 15.5%, which will be called as nominal return. But what is the real return that Sensex has given is around 8%, more than 8%. So what, from where this 8% is coming? It is inflation adjusted return. That is known as real return. So no other asset class has given such amount of real return. If we compare it with any other asset class, then Sensex has given much, much higher real rate of return and both nominal rate of return as compared to. So this is how we have to explain. Because if any guaranteed scheme which is providing us 8% returns, and the inflation is around, average inflation is around 6 to 7% in the long term, then hardly any alpha you are creating, and alpha means higher as compared to that. So inflation is 7% and you are making 8%, so real return would be very, very low, somewhere around 1%. So this way you can explain that if you really want to beat inflation and build wealth over a long period of time, then what you should have, you should have investment in such asset classes which can give superlative real returns like equity. That is how you are going to explain the inflation adjusted return, which is known as real return. And SIP is the most, SIP, as you told, is systematic investment plan. It is the most convenient way to build wealth over the long term, because we have income coming to us every month, and this, from within that income we can save the amount and start different kinds of SIP, and also as per our requirement, and also we have to top it up every year because our salary or income is increasing every year. So you have to increase your SIP amount every year. So once you do that over a long period of time, you would build up wealth. Say for example, the 15-15-15 principle of SIP says what? If you have an investment of 15,000 per month in equity oriented SIPs, equity oriented funds, for 15 years, and as Sensex has generated 15.5%, if this fund also generates around 15%, then the end corpus would be somewhere around 1 crore. So if you want to make 1 crore, it will take at least 15 years for an SIP of 15,000. Now this can be done in less than 15 years also, because your SIP amount will also increase. So maybe it is possible that once you are doing this on a top-up basis, depends on how much top-up you are putting in, you can achieve this 1 crore within 12 years also. So this is how SIP, and SIP gives us the advantage of what? That we call as rupee cost averaging. Okay. So rupee cost averaging means that whenever the market is falling or the NAV is falling, then you are getting higher amount of units, much more than what is actually the average price is also going to go down significantly. That is what you call as rupee cost averaging. So you get that advantage with SIP. So Uday, I hope your question is answered. And just one more thing that I want to tell you, 15 years is for 1 crore. But if you just continue it for 15 more years, your SIP investment is done for 30 years, maybe for a young person who just started. And if we continue the SIP for 15 more years, the final corpus would not be 2 crores. It will be 10 crores. So that is what you call as the power of compounding. सर एनजे नवीन जिगर, सर एनजे ई वेल्थ अकाउंट यूज नहीं करते तो कोई चार्ज कट होगा? यस कट होगा। कौन सा चार्ज कट होगा? जो एनुअल मेंटेनेंस चार्ज है डीमैट अकाउंट का, वो तो कट होगा, आप यूज करो या ना करो। तो आप ई वेल्थ के बजाय आप क्या ले सकते हैं? आप एमएफ अकाउंट ले सकते हैं। एनजे ई वेल्थ बंद कैसे करें? तो आप अपने सेल्स टीम से कांटेक्ट करिए, दे विल हेल्प यू इन दिस। आप इसको आपको एक ईमेल डालना पड़ेगा या कस्टमर केयर से आप बात करिए, वो आपको गाइड करेंगे। सो अगर हमें ऐसा लगता है कि बाद में हम स्टॉक में भी निवेश करेंगे या आईपीओ में भी इन्वेस्ट करेंगे या ईटीएफ में भी करेंगे, तो एनजे ई वेल्थ अकाउंट को कंटिन्यू रखिए, और अगर आप श्योर है कि नहीं करना है तभी आप इसको बंद करिए। आई होप Venkat also is having the same question. So Naveen and Venkat, I hope your query is resolved with this. So customer care को आप कांटेक्ट करिए, है ना, कस्टमर केयर से आप बात कर सकते हैं। लेट मी जस्ट चेक इफ आई हैव द नंबर, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ एनजे कस्टमर केयर। यस, तो मैं 2 बार बोलूंगा नंबर, आप ध्यान से नोट कर लीजिए, है ना। तो आपको सूरत का कोड लगाना पड़ेगा 0261, और उसके बाद जो नंबर है 63599 नहीं, सूरत का कोड नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा, ये तो डायरेक्ट नंबर है, ये मोबाइल नंबर है, इसको आप डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। 63599000155 63599000155। सो दिस इज द एनजे कस्टमर केयर नंबर, जहां से आप बात कर सकते हैं और आपको वो गाइड करेंगे कि इसके बेसिस पे आपको क्या करना है। जस्ट 1 मिनट होल्ड करिएगा। इफ यू हैव एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस यू कैन आस्क, यू कैन पुट इट इन द चैट बॉक्स। अभी मैं आपको पार्टनर डेस्क भी एक बार शेयर कर देता हूं, जस्ट गिव मी 1 मोमेंट। Let me just check if it is visible to you. आई होप आपको ये दिख रहा है, राइट?
विजुअल है सर।
हाँ, ओके। तो यहाँ एनजे पार्टनर डेस्क में आप जाएंगे, यहाँ पर जो डमी पार्टनर डेस्क है, बेसिकली दिस इज अ डमी पार्टनर डेस्क, this is just for training. Here your name will be present, and if you click on this your personal data will be available here. So you just check और यहाँ से आप अपना फोटोग्राफ यू कैन यहाँ से आप डाल सकते हैं अपना फोटोग्राफ भी, जैसे यहाँ पर जो जगह दिख रही है, या इफ यू वांट टू पुट योर कंपनी लोगो यू कैन ऑल्सो पुट इन दिस। ओके, जैसा मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ। वंस यू क्लिक ऑन दिस, आप नीचे जाएंगे, अपना डेटा आप चेक कर लीजिए सब सही है कि नहीं, पैन नंबर, ईमेल, everything. Then यहाँ से आप क्या कर सकते हैं, you can upload a logo, you can choose a file from here, and you can either put your photograph, or if you have a company you can put the company logo also. Okay, and then यहाँ पे आप कंपनी का नाम अपडेट कर सकते हैं, अपना नाम चेक कर सकते हैं, और ये करने के बाद you can update your profile. The only thing that you have to take care is that this photograph should not be more than 1 MB, और ये JPG फॉर्मेट या GIF फॉर्मेट में ही होना चाहिए. Okay, once you do this link, you can just check on this. This is the new CRM. यहाँ पे एक शॉर्टकट था, मैं आपको ये वाला अभी शेयर कर रहा हूँ. तो यहाँ पर आपको CRM मिल जाएगा, जो कि हमारा एक सॉफ्टवेयर प्लेटफॉर्म है. तो यहाँ पे आपके सारे इन्वेस्टर्स का दिखेंगे, आपके लीड्स दिखेंगे, है ना. कोई भी टास्क आप यहाँ से ऐड कर सकते हैं, या आपने टास्क पहले से ऐड किया है तो आप देख सकते हैं. Then meetings also you can see from here if there is any meeting. This is just a dummy partner desk. Now how to add any task? So you will go at the bottom and this you will press on this plus button. So with the help of this plus button you can add any task, lead कोई आपको नई lead मिली है, उसको आप यहाँ पे अपने CRM में डालना चाहते हैं, so you can add that. Manually you can put the name and mobile number and all these things of the leads, and it will be saved, है ना. Then meetings also you can plan both online meetings and offline meetings. To-do list, this is a new feature which is added. Or tagging also you can do, just to classify your leads and investors. You can do tagging also. Okay, now here it will also be showing if there is any birthday coming in. So if there is a birthday, then you can, so there will be an option given here. Only email option is given, but sometimes it will be WhatsApp option will also be there if that person is using WhatsApp. So directly from here you can send the birthday greetings to that person, either through email or through WhatsApp. There would be templates also there. You can choose any of the templates and send the birthday greetings. Then you can, if you want to see your investors, you can just click on investors, and you will have the list of all your investors coming in, which are saved in this. So for example, this is a list of investors, group is there, and then investor name is there. You can see the first investor, Ajay Dhawan. So if you want to view this entire profile and his investments and all, you can just click on view, and the entire portfolio and everything, every detail that you have saved with this investor will be shown. If you want to send a WhatsApp message from here itself, you can do that. If you want to send an email, you can do it from here itself, just clicking on this. If you want to if you want to add a task, you can add a task with that particular investor. And if you want to have a meeting, then you can add meeting also. And this meeting can be both online or as well as offline meeting. So you can directly do it from. So it's a very, very useful software. Once you start using it, then you will understand. So it's very simple. Then this is the list of investor. After that, there is a list of leads also. So whatever leads you have, that will be showing here, and you can manage the leads from here. Then we have calendar. So this calendar is very similar to what the Google Calendar is. You can sync it with your Google Calendar. Then we have to-do list. So specifically, this is only for you. Nobody else can see it. Even if you have an employee, that person cannot see. It is to-do list is only for that person, particular person. Then task, if any, and then meeting, if any. So all these things are available here itself on the dashboard. Once you want to go to the dashboard homepage, you can do it from here. So you can have in different ways also, you can see it. For example, this is donut chart. If you want to convert this, like if you want to say see according to nature, priority, or period of the task, if you want to say period and you want to see today's task, you just click on today. All the tasks which are scheduled for today will be showing. Now if you want to change this into bar or anything, bar chart, pie chart, donut, this is donut chart by default. So you can just click on bar chart, and this will showing in the bar chart. Similarly, you can do the entire thing for meeting also. Okay. Then this is a 9 squares you can see here. This is again shortcuts. Shortcut of what? Of resources, family need, partner planning. And you can do your monthly planning from here. How many accounts you want to procure, what investments you want to have in terms of one-time and SIP investments. Family need also you can see from here whether it is mapped or not. Then PIT means partner initiated transaction. So anything is a kind of a service that you are providing to your client. Everything that you have discussed on the phone, you can initiate from here. And once he provides you the OTP, that transaction can be executed. So what transactions? Transactions can be of investment. It can be also of redemptions. And here is a shortcut of opening an EWA account. Straight away, you can go here and open a EWA account. Just to show you, if you just put this, I'm going to share the other tab. So you open an eWealth account. So there are three options here: eWealth, PMS. PMS is Portfolio Management Services. Minimum investment here would be 50 lakhs. And then we have eWealth MF account. So this is a non-demat account only for mutual fund investments and NJ recommended portfolio. You can invest from here. So already I've mentioned the difference between the two. Then within these shortcuts, if you look at resources, then here tools and resources. If you go on tools and resources, then you will get eSathi. Now within eSathi, within tools and resources, you have eSathi, and within eSathi, you have digital gallery. The same thing that I was telling you, that if you have missed any of the sessions, then you can go to digital gallery straight away, and all the recorded sessions will be available here. Okay, so you can see here not only my sessions but a lot of current sessions, like one session of Nilesh Shah, Act Today, Live Tomorrow, NJ Client Desk 2.0. So all these sessions, if there is any changes happening, then you can see here. Then monthly meet, investment English and Hindi. Then all these, so either these sessions, if you can want to see, you can go here. Okay. Then a basic training of NJMC products you can see. Now, for example, if you have missed out any basic training, then what you can do is just click on basic, like just type basic, and you will see all the basic trainings available. So this is the operational basic training by Achal, and this is my training day 1, Prashant Pandey. Training day 2, day 3, all the days are available here. Similarly, if you write advanced training in search, then you will have all the advanced training modules also. Recorded sessions are there. Even if you miss the live ones, you can see the recorded ones. So investment training day 1, day 2, and day 3, and discussion and doubt clearing session also recorded is there. So this is the way that you can, once you have done this, even then you can go it once again just to have a revision. You can watch all the sessions, basic training and advanced training. This will help you equip yourself for going in the field and start your business. Okay, so I will stop sharing now. So I have already given you the customer care number. All of you, if you have any queries, you can just call the customer care, and also you can visit your branches and meet your branch managers. They will be very keen and help you. So anything that you have in your as a query, then you can use this both the things. Sudha Khokar, you can just contact your branch managers for this diary. They will definitely help you. And you have this NJ marketing. So Bismol is there. Bismol, you can directly contact Bismol, and you can get this promotional material from them directly. So everything is mentioned in your partner desk. This contact numbers are also mentioned. Bismol contact number, you can take it from the partner desk and contact them directly. They will help you in that. So that's all from my side. All the best, all of you. Go through these sessions from the digital gallery on a regular basis. They will help you understand this business in a more elaborate manner. And once you look at all these sessions, you will get a proper insight about mutual fund business. So thanks a lot, all of you. All the best.